Hi, I'm Keegan, and this is A Bunch of Gamers. This is our 16th episode of the Realms of Pugmire. I'm going to go around the chat room and have my players introduce themselves.
I am Thomas, and I play Sheen.
I'm Michael, playing Bernard.
I'm Mike, and I play Tagbard.
I'm Liam, and I play Tucker.
And I'm Christine, playing Vesper.
So, last time you had gathered your allies to prevent the back alley retrievers plan. You have agreed to send the envoys of House Korat north instead of south, and to escort their military escort to the Hunter's Haven after the diplomats have been delivered at Castle Pugmire. You awaken at the Old Dog. The morning has come. You have a few hours till the ship arrives sometime during noon.
I would like to make my way to the plastic district, and in the time I have left, check out Von Angora's shop, possibly look at the resort, the Pause 4 resort where Von Wrex was taken, and keep an eye on the rooftops to see if they're setting anything up.
Okay. So, all you can see from Von Angora's shop is that it has been closed for a while. You notice a buildup of some dust around the windows. So, they have likely been taken some time ago.
Any entrances to the sewers nearby?
There are some, yes.
Are they open, or have they been opened recently?
You will need to do a search check. From what you can see, it has not been opened recently. And that no one's really come down this alley for some time as well.
Alright, I'll head on to the Pause 4 resort.
Okay. You head over there.
When I get...
Okay. Go ahead.
I will ask whoever's at the front desk or managing if they know Wrex.
Yes.
Von Wrex.
Yeah, they said they've met them before, as they go. Interesting fellow. They left here a few days ago, heading out. We haven't seen them since that trip out into the city. We assume they just left.
Did you notice anybody following them?
No, sir.
I'll do a sense mode.
As far as you can tell, they are being honest.
Okay. I am gonna go to the Hunter's Haven, and... I won't go in. I will stay in the streets. Is there any sort of cafe or restaurant across from the Hunter's Haven? Anywhere I could post up?
No, most of the, no one's trying to compete with the Hunter Haven's, food industry inside. It's simply too good, essentially.
Yeah, and too expensive to boot. I'll find a place where it would be easier to get up on the roof.
Okay.
Across from the Hunters.
Roll a search check to try and find that. You find a set of stairs that would lead to the roofs. However, it is on a residential home.
Okay. I will go up the stairs quietly.
All right, that would be a stealth check.
What's the penalty for armor?
What kind of armor are you wearing?
It's full armor. Heavy armor.
Full armor? I think that means you're at the disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
Double checking right now. Heavy armor. Yeah, so you have the disadvantage on any dexterity check that isn't combat related.
So that's an 11.
Yes. So, as you clink up, you hear someone going, I think someone's on the side of the house.
Oh, then mind me, roof inspector.
Why didn't you come to our door and ask us? First!
Oh, well, we're trying to be discreet. You know we've got visitors.
Why are roof inspectors in full plate?
Ah! Well, you see, we've heard there's some shady characters moving around.
Like yourself,
I'm
sir.
just helping the guard. I'm just helping the guard out, trying to keep an eye out for others who might be potentially damaging the roofs.
So you wouldn't mind if I went to the guard and asked them to confirm that story?
Oh, no, not at all. They knew me.
Alright. Do you mind not climbing onto my roof until I get the guard?
Oh, I'm just gonna pop over to the next roof. Don't worry.
I would prefer it if you stopped climbing on my house.
That's a 23 to bluff.
Bluff is not a miracle skill. Like, this looks real bad. I'm gonna say
So
I'm not gonna allow
Okay.
a roll for that then, because that is still,
That's fair.
like, put yourself in any sort of reasonable situation. Someone's climbing on your house in full mail going, oh, the guards know me. So you don't mind me getting the guards and you waiting here. I'm just gonna be on top of your house.
Yeah, that's fair. I will get down.
Okay.
Fine. Just trying to be helpful. Yeah, I'll get down and then I will make myself scarce, not be in that area.
Okay. As he's going off to the guards to try and confirm your story.
Backtrack, go around, cross the street, and get on the side of the street that Hunter's Haven is on.
Okay. So you're on the side of the street with the Hunter's Haven.
In fact, let's get behind the Hunter's Haven.
Alright, you're going behind the Hunter's Haven as you hear something before you turn the corner back there.
What do I hear?
You just hear him going, this way. Yep. Right over there.
How many people does it sound?
Good 3 or 4.
I'll peek around the corner, see what they're up to.
Alright, 1 second. I need to... And I would like a perception roll from you, Michael. Or Mike.
Is that notice?
Yeah, notice.
Nah.
So as you peek, you look at them. They look like working dogs, as they have tar and things like that heading up, looking like they're going to repair the roof of the Hunter's Haven. Their clothing is ragged, torn. They have various tools, such as hammers, nails, and their
Alright,
fur is even a little sun-bleached.
All dogs?
Oh. Greetings.
Greetings. Beautiful day, innit?
That it is. That's what... Gonna try and repair this... Perfect time to repair this roof. The artisans say... Yeah, the artisans say that it won't rain for the next few days. So that way we'll be able to work through most of the day and then be able to go down for a drink.
Huh. Alright. Can I roll sense motive on these guys?
Okay.
19.
There's something about it. The smile, perhaps, or the wink, but he seems rather trustworthy.
Kinda odd to be repairing this particular roof today, though, isn't it? I thought there were some important people coming through.
Oh, yes. That's why we'll do a quick patch job. It's just a bit of tar and things like that to keep out any elements.
Ah, I gotcha.
Well, good day to you, sir. The faster we get this done, the faster we're off the roof to prevent any cats from seeing us and us looking rude to our guests.
Oh, of course, of course.
All right.
How many of them are there?
4?
Okay. How are they getting up on the roof? Do they have a ladder, or is there?
They have a ladder. Yep.
I'll saunter the rest of the way on down the alley.
Okay.
And then once all of them are up on the roof, I will steal the ladder.
Okay. As one's screaming down, "What are you taking our ladder for? How are we gonna get down?"
Don't worry, I'll bring it back.
Guards! 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 Thief!
He's calling for the guards?
Yes.
Good. I was gonna call for them anyways, but as they're already on their way, I'll just continue on.
Continue on your way?
I'll stash the ladder further down, maybe a couple alleys over.
Okay. As the guards quickly rush up, as they go, that dog there stole our ladder! And so now
Am I still there, or did I...
You
make it
ran.
out in time?
You made it out, and now they're looking for you.
Okay.
As they're going off to get a ladder for these folks to bring them down.
Alright. I will circle back around and try to find a guard.
Find a what?
Trying to... At this point, the guards are sufficiently alerted that there's suspicious business going through.
They're specifically alerted to someone stealing a ladder that the men are crying down your appearance to.
Yeah, I'll stash the ladder and make myself scarce for a few hours.
Okay. So I need you to roll a stealth check, please. Now I'm going to do a general search for the guards. Whoops.
It's an 11 again.
You didn't have the disadvantage. Oh,
okay.
Well, you did because of the armor, that's right.
Yeah.
So, as you hear it, you there!
Aye! Yeah, I just saw some people trying to sneak onto the Hunter's Haven roof. I think they're trying to sabotage the, whatever fancy diplomats are coming in today.
We saw some men on the roof claiming that someone stole their ladder and that they were trying to repair the roof.
I know, I wanted to keep them there so they couldn't run off. Have you asked the Hunter's Haven people if they are getting their roof repaired?
We had not yet. We were busy dealing with men calling for the guards because their things were stolen. If you thought someone was being suspicious, citizen, why didn't you simply call for us first?
I was worried they might run off.
What could they have done and run off in so little time? And if they did, we could have been alerted to increase patrols around there. You're coming to the station with us.
I think we should talk to the Hunter's Haven folk and see what those people are really doing on that.
Yeah, we will. But we, the guards, will. You will be waiting down at the station.
Can I roll another persuade check?
This dog seems pretty convinced about the law.
Mm-hmm. So that's a no then?
Correct.
Well.
As he calls to another guard, check if those boys were supposed to be on the roof. If you have anyone you want us to find to speak on your behalf, now's the time to tell us.
Not right now. Anybody who speaks on my behalf has more important things to do. Wait a minute. Is, Gregory Bulldog?
I know of Gregory Bulldog.
I mean, he'll speak for me, but I don't want to pull him away from important business. We need to keep an eye on these roofs.
Whatever you say, Bucko, as he puts the shackles on your wrists and starts taking you to the station.
Oh, is that really necessary?
Yes, it absolutely is.
Fine. Just keep those dogs on that roof and keep an eye out.
As he shakes his head and starts taking you to the station. Meanwhile, at the old dog, Vesper, Bernard, Sheen, and Tucker are still together.
I know Vesper and Sheen are going to the docks.
Oh, they're going...
I thought you guys are going to be headed to the docks whenever the envoy is going to be getting here.
Yep, and that was in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Well, we would want to go earlier to check it out. We don't want to show up right when crowds are starting to form. We want to kind of scope out the area first.
Okay.
So that's what I would be doing at the same time that Tagbard is being arrested.
Okay. All right, and Tucker, what were you going to be doing?
Is it possible to travel along Vesper? No.
Yeah, it's possible.
No, I would like to do that.
Okay. And Bernard?
We have them going up to the Stone District, or the...
Yes. Stonewall?
Yeah, Stonewall. I'll do some searching around there.
Okay. Give me a search roll. So, searching around a bit, you notice a couple dogs that seem suspicious, but you can't put your finger on it. They seem to be chatting in alleyways. You'll have to get closer to hear what they're saying.
I'll try and walk by and make it look like I'm just headed on my way and try to listen in.
Okay, we'll make that a charisma check. All right. Moving, or we can do a dexterity check, whichever's higher, I guess. Or it would be a sneak check. So they start whispering back and forth. You do catch a couple words going. Heard that. Heard they have to shift the plan. As they see you going, oi, keep walking.
I'll keep going.
And so you keep going, and you pass them. You can do additional searching. Each search roll represents about an hour worth of time.
Do I know to... Well, yeah, I'll do another search.
Okay. You do not get anywhere fast on this one.
How far away until I think about when the envoy should be arriving?
You would have probably one more search roll possible before you'd have to stop and either head toward the docks, or two if you want to try and intercept them in this district.
I'm gonna try and keep an eye here.
Okay. Once again, you don't really see anything beyond those initial two dogs.
All right.
We're gonna switch over to the docks. Vesper, Sheen, and Tucker. You arrive at the docks fairly early. There's already a fair sprinkling of a few cats here. Some of Whisker's boys that you've seen at his den have also started to stream in, as well as some friendly faces from the old dog who've been supportive of cats in the city.
Are there a lot of guards around the dock, or did we notice a heavy guard presence on our way to the docks from the pub?
You absolutely did. There was an extremely heavy guard presence.
Well, that's certainly a good sign. At this point, there's nobody's there to meet the delegation yet, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I'd like to break off from the group and just wander. I'm imagining the groups are kind of segregated by species at this point. So I'd like to wander closer to the cats just to see if I overhear anything or notice anything kind of out of the ordinary.
Okay, you actually notice that the rats from Whiskers are integrating fairly strongly, or forcefully integrating themselves fairly strongly within each of the groups, and there are several spatterings of dogs in the cat group as well, though they are clustered densely by demographic for the most part. You do see some of the cats looking on.
Are we hearing anything, does it sound like anybody is disgruntled at this point from what we can tell just from the general, murmur of the crowd?
No, not yet. Nothing that you can hear. You do hear some things like some of the cats going, I've never actually seen nobles from the old country. I was a kitten when I came here, and various things like that. Or one going, oh yes, old House Korat, I remember them. Great warriors.
And I think that what might be best is for the three of us to kind of spread out just to get a general sense of where everybody is, what, exits there are, and entries to the... Sorry, the dog just is going crazy. To see where other people could be filtering in from.
Okay.
Before it gets crowded.
So, you do that because you're near the gray square. They can filter in from several directions. But you notice that several dogs are starting to stream in, and the whole area is starting to get relatively crowded. I'm going to send you a picture real quick to give you an idea.
Are there any spots that one of us can get to that would put us above the crowd, able to take in the full view?
You'd have to get high on some of the shacks around there. So you'd have to get onto someone's house.
Are there already people doing that?
Not currently yet.
Okay.
Come on. So, just 1 second, I'll send you a picture. Start a little higher. There we go. Sure. So that's the general layout of the streets as people are filtering in to see the docks.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, do we see any blue outfits or anything like that? Anything that would suggest that there are retrievers in the crowd so far?
As you look around, there are maybe 5 or 6 retrievers, though they seem a bit more cowed given Whisker's boys being here.
I'd like to position myself close but not right next to the retrievers just to keep an eye on them for the time being.
Okay. Sheen, what would you like to do?
I don't know. I'll just kind of flip between groups of only dogs and see what their general sentiment is.
Okay. You hear some whispering like, House Korat, weren't they the ones who were the harshest in the war? Yeah. Guess things are getting bad for them to try and ally with us. Do you think it's about the villages in the north? I don't think so. I think it's probably something happening over in that cat kingdom for them to come all this way. I just want to see what a cat royal looks like. You and me both. And Tucker, what are you doing?
Having trouble figuring out exactly what to do.
You could try and listen to the cats. You could try listening to rats. You could try listening to more dogs, because Sheen can only hear so much.
And Sheen's only listening to cats right now, right?
He's listening to dogs.
Okay. I guess I'll try and listen in on the cats. So what role would that be?
Vesper was doing that. But you can just listen. There's no real role for that, because it's a big crowd.
All right.
No,
I guess I'll...
So you start listening to the cats as you do hear some of them going, aren't you afraid the retrievers will show up? No, there's too many of us now. Look at this. This is the most I've seen anyone come out of the river wall before. As you see one looking at you, Tucker, and going, oh, hello. As they seem to have a leery eye about you. They're checking to see what you're wearing.
Okay, well, clearly they see me in my plated armor.
Yeah, but they're checking for colors on you, so they see that you're not wearing retriever blue.
Okay.
Hi. Are you here to see the delegation as well?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, very, wow. So, you don't hate cats then?
Not at all.
Okay. Oh, look! As they're pointing, as you hear, all three of you hear that at about the same time from various people. As you hear, look over there. As from the, I guess that would be the southwestern road in. You see the delegation of dogs arriving. As the crowd starts to part away, as the additional guards and a diplomat from Pugmire arrive, getting ready to greet the cats from Korat.
Is Yosha Pug with the group?
She is not.
Okay. I'd still like to move forward closer so I'm at least close to the edge of where the crowd is parted to make a walkway.
Okay.
Still keeping an eye on the retrievers, of course.
Okay. So you're keeping an eye. The retrievers are muttering back and forth.
Do they have any visible weapons?
If they do, their clothes are baggy enough to maybe have a dagger.
Okay, so nothing, no armor and no swords, at least that we can tell.
They might have some light armor, like hide or something like that.
Okay.
But nothing heavier than that.
Okay. Well, I'll still, like I said, keep an eye on them as the delegation starts to meet.
As you see a ship beginning to sail up from the south. And we'll stop right there and go back to the jail. As the Bulldog, or Gregory Bulldog arrives at your cell, Tagbard.
Hi.
As he gives a deep sigh, and you see his jowls lift up in kind of a floop.
I'm sorry, brother. Didn't go quite the way I wanted it to, but at least folks are paying attention now.
So they are. You were right about the three. They weren't supposed to be on that roof.
Oh, what were they trying to do?
From what we could see, we searched them. All they had was tar. They claimed to be overzealous workers. They're getting taken in. They're in separate cells. But
Well, good.
you could have called the guards. That area had increased security for that reason.
I know. I acted without thinking. Didn't want them to get away. Didn't want to take the time to let them do whatever they were trying to do. Did somebody look at the roof itself?
Yes, they looked at the roof. We've gone up there. Whatever they're doing. Well, they don't, we don't know. I think they were a distraction.
Maybe. They might have been setting the trap with the tower, make it spill down. I thought they were going to try to go down from the roof into the second story. But whatever. At least we nipped that one in the bud. Sorry I called you away.
It's fine. The delegation should be here any minute now. We're going to let you free. I've been able to pull some strings to get you out of here.
Much appreciated.
Yes, please. Please, for the love of man. A bit more care.
Poor man. I will try to be more careful.
Thank you. As he unlocks your cell.
Alright, I guess I will head towards the stone. Where is the station?
The station is also, they have several in various quarters, obviously, given the size of the city. This one is on the southwestern corner of the plastic district. So you are physically the furthest you can be from the docks in this district.
The docks, right. Oh, one more question for Gregory. You said 3 of them. What about the 4th?
The 4th was able to get away.
Oh, he ran.
Yes, he did.
Well, that's suspicious.
To say the least.
Nothing to be done. Nothing to be done. Well, good luck. Man be with you.
And man be with you. And man be with us all. These are trying times.
All right. You said I'm furthest away from the docks?
Yes.
Southwest corner. Okay, I'll make my way up through the Western District and loop around to the Stone District.
Perfect. Okay. So we'll get to that in just a moment. Meanwhile, at the docks, you see the cat delegation getting off the boat. And you hear the dog ambassador going, "Great emissary from House Korat, welcome. Welcome to our fair city, and we hope to welcome you in brotherhood," as he extends his paw out. And the cat from Korat goes, "It is my sincerest, I give you my sincerest gratitude, my dear dog, in inviting us into your," as he looks over the crowd, "fair city." As he takes the dog's paw and shakes. "Are we to go along the same route?" As the dog leans in and seems to whisper something, the cat's face twists a bit. You all can roll sense motive in the crowd to get a hint.
I don't have that skill. What is...
That'd be a wisdom check.
Ooh. I'm definitely not going to make that one. Does somebody else have a better roll, potentially?
Sheen does.
There we go.
Sheen, you get kind of a sense of distaste and a bit of panic even that this wasn't according to plan and it has put the diplomat off.
Okay, I guess I will
You'll have
try to find... What?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I said I will try to find Vesper and kind of whisper that into her ear.
Let us begin our journey, friends. Please. As you see the retrievers kind of backing away, you do see one of Whisker's boys go behind one of the retrievers and seems to be whispering something in his ear as the dog looks paler than before.
I'll stay where I'm at, but keep an eye on that. If after the rat is done whispering to the dog, if I can maybe catch his eye and see if he might come over to me so I can talk with him,
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to try to, gesture at him,
He sees your gesture and he gestures you back towards him.
as in go to him.
Yeah, as to come to him.
Okay, I'll go over there to talk with him.
As he goes, "This little scallywag of a pupper seems to have a dagger in his pocket. Too bad I've got one too. And I'm a bit quicker at the draw." As you see him push his hand slightly under his cloak onto the dog's back. "Aren't I?"
The retriever say anything else?
He goes, "I wasn't gonna grab it. Just surrounded by so many here. Dog needs protection with so many ruffians about," as he looks at the rat.
Perhaps you should just leave if you don't want to be surrounded by such unsavory characters.
Dog has to be here for history. It's not every day that his kingdom sells him out to another.
Well, I'm sure you can hear all about it at the pubs tonight. You should go now, before you make things harder on yourself.
I think I will. Let go of me, you massive brute. The rat kind of looks at you for permission to let him go.
I'll tell him he can go.
All right, he lets him go.
But my friend here is going to make sure that you actually leave the area.
As the rat gives a smile. "Fine."
What are the rest of the retrievers doing at this point? Can they overhear this whole conversation?
No, they're scattered throughout the crowd.
Okay. And does it seem as if anybody is paying particular attention to what is going on?
No, the crowd's too enthralled by the diplomatic mission.
I'll turn back to keep an eye on the crowd, diplomats, now that that is taken care of.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so. Meanwhile, in the Stone District, Bernard, you can make one more search check.
All right.
You don't find anything new. However, as you're searching, you see a familiar face. As you see Tagbard approaching.
Where have you been all morning?
Oh, just making sure everything in the plastic district around Hunter's Haven was, on the up and up.
Find anything interesting there?
Yeah, a couple of workers were getting up on the roof what weren't supposed to be there. Guard handled it.
That's good.
The narrator gives an exasperated sigh going, eventually the guard handled it.
I think I managed to disrupt their plans enough that they didn't accomplish anything.
Just been keeping an eye here. Haven't noticed anything, so hopefully it's uneventful.
Well,
So, you
any
start...
suspicious characters?
Yeah, ran into 2 dogs talking about plans changing, but I don't know what it was quite about.
Uh-oh. Well, we'll keep an eye on them. If they know that the route changed, we might have to look out for something here.
I've been keeping an eye out.
So, as that's happening, you see that the gates open and you see the envoy of cats and dogs moving through the stone quarter. Can I get a notice check from both of you, please? Bernard, you notice a couple dogs kind of leering. They seem to be making notes of where the envoy is going.
Where are they located, I guess, from us?
They are located at... they're 2 dogs. They're in a back alley right across the street from you, simply paying attention. Like, watching.
Would I have to cross the path of them traveling through to get to them?
You could actually go around, so if you went north and did a round, you could get past the path of the envoy to get to them.
Okay. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna point them out to Tagbard so he can keep an eye on them while I do so.
10-4.
So you start moving around, Bernard, and you're able to spot them from a corner now as you hear them going, this is the path. Do we have to keep an eye on them? Yeah, we have to keep an eye. Make sure that we get this path memorized. This could be the path they're leaving, brother.
Alright. I'm not gonna disrupt them or anything, but I'm gonna try and follow them to see where they go after this.
Okay, as they watch the convoy pass, you notice that they start heading along the paths, trying to stay to the back alleys, following the route of the convoy.
Alright. And just gonna keep following them. Do they stop anywhere particular, or...?
No, they seem to be just paying attention and calling out road names to each other and repeating it as if they're attempting to memorize the path.
Okay. I'll
continue moving along with the crowd, keeping up with the convoy.
You notice that they're saying things to each other, but you cannot hear it.
I'm going to wait until the convoy is completely through the district.
Okay.
And... well, as we move through, do I find any guards in the district that I could... do I notice any guards nearby?
Yeah, we'll say you do.
Okay. Once the convoy's through, I'm going to get some guards to come over to help deal with them.
Okay. As you get up to the guards, citizen?
Notice some strange activity. I've been working with other guards and concerned citizens of potentials to hurt developing relations with the monarchies. Notice 2 dogs, I'll give the descriptions, who seem to be trying to notice the route that they might be taking out for potentially future attacks.
Oh, show us the way. You'll deal with these ruffians.
And I will lead them to them.
You lead them to them, and the dogs arrest them. Okay.
Alright.
Meanwhile, Sheen, Tucker, what do you plan on doing? Oh, and Vesper. Now that the envoy has gone to the Northern District.
What is the crowd doing now that the delegation has moved out of this area?
They're starting to disperse. As you hear many of the cats talking about how they will tell their relatives about this and write them and hope that the letter crosses the acid sea.
I'd like to hang back, and see if any of where the crowd is going, is how much of the crowd is following the delegation. Are there any dogs in that group? Trying to kind of get a feel for what people are doing now that they've started to disperse.
Okay. You see cats starting to return to their home. You see the retrievers moving away, especially with the rats kind of following them. And you notice that some of the retrievers seem to be heading west.
How many retrievers?
2.
And they seem like they're on a mission?
Yes.
And I think at this point I would want to grab everybody to see maybe 2 of us follow the retrievers, and then somebody goes and follows the route of the delegation to just pick up the rear, I think.
Okay.
But we'll see what Tucker and Sheen think about that.
I don't have a problem with that. I'll follow the delegation unless Tucker wants to.
You're asking me to follow the delegation? Is that what you're saying, Sheen?
Or go with Vesper, whichever you want.
I forgot what Vesper is doing again.
I'm going to follow the 2 retrievers leaving the area because they seem like they're up to no good.
Okay. I guess I'll go with Vesper then.
Okay. Sheen, heading north, you come across Bernard and Tagbard with some guards who are arresting 2 dogs.
I was staying with the envoy while
Oh, okay.
Bernard circled around to follow those guys.
So you basically followed the envoy until you got to the Palace District, since you're not part of the official convoy.
Yeah. Just staying with the crowd, but no incidents there?
Nope.
Good.
I think that I will regard Bernard and Tagbard and continue following the delegation.
Okay. You continue following the delegation until they get to the Palace District. There with Tagbard as the gates slowly close and the delegation is safely inside. The guards that they took with them will be passing south through the Palace District and entering the Plastic Quarter relatively soon. So, in the Plastic Quarter, Vesper and Tucker, you are following the 2 dogs.
Are the 2 dogs by themselves still, or are they picking up dogs as they travel?
They picked up another 3 dogs with them, so there are 5 now.
And they're all dressed in retriever blue?
Yes, in some way, shape, or form.
Do they seem to be just meeting up, or does their...
They seem to have a purpose.
Okay. I think, Tucker, I think we should continue to follow them. I think we ought to be very careful, though, because there's more of them than I feel comfortable taking on with just the 2 of us.
Yeah, I can agree. We should probably sneak up behind them.
Well,
And presumably we are rolling for sneak, right?
Yeah, you would be at the disadvantage.
Okay.
Are there guards around? Or rats?
No, there are some rats, but they've noticed the size of the group. There's only 2 rats, and they're looking at you like, do we keep going?
So there'd be 4 of us to their 5. I would gesture at them to kind of keep back, but still go on.
Okay.
Keep following them, just to keep an eye on what they're doing. 5 to 4 are better odds than 5 to 2.
Finally,
I think that
once you get
we're okay.
right to the edge of the plastic district, 3 more join them, and they're 8, and they enter the plastic district. The ones who joined have armor and arms.
And they're in the plastic district at this point. And we don't know that the delegation has made it quite in yet. We're just waiting to see what happens, I guess.
Yes.
Do we see so there's now 8 guards, or not 8 guards, I should say 8 dogs to our ragtag group of 4.
Correct.
Are the dogs still moving?
Yes, they are still moving, and you notice that one of the dogs that joined them, one of the last ones, has a similar build to that Dalmatian who attacked you on that boat oh so long ago.
I think we know who's behind this, or was behind that. How far away are we from the delegation route at this point?
You're getting very close to the Hunter's Haven.
Okay, and I imagine we probably talked about at this point that at the end we're supposed to congregate somewhere close to that, barring any issue.
Yep. Can I get a stealth roll, Vesper?
Oh, yes. Stealth is dexterity, I believe.
Yep.
And do I also have the disadvantage?
Are you in heavy armor?
No.
Then you are not at the disadvantage.
I also have sneak as a skill.
Okay, so that'd be dex plus 3.
Okay, hold on. So I got a 22.
Okay. They don't seem to see either of you.
Okay.
They seem too focused. As you move, you notice that they've gone past the Hunter's Haven, north, as they start spreading around into alleyways, as you do see the delegation coming south.
Can we see Bernard or Tagbard or Sheen, anybody from where we are at this point?
No, because they're on the other side of the Palace District.
Okay. But we're close enough to the delegation path that we should see lots of guards.
Yep, it's just the guards from Korat now.
Okay. Can I get up pretty close to the guards at Korat and try to get their attention before they pass the alleyways where the retrievers are hidden?
Yes, you can do that.
Then I'd like to, tap Tucker and tell him, keep an eye on them. I'm going to see if I can waylay the group.
Okay.
And go up by myself. I imagine a cat has a better chance by himself.
Yep.
What do you mean by waylay the group?
I'm going to try to convince them to stop, or at least warn them that there are some terrorists afoot.
Oh, okay. So am I actually going with you, or am I actually, staying with them, is what you're saying?
I think you should keep an eye on the retrievers. Don't approach the cats with me, because I think they're not going to take it very well if a dog shows up.
Okay, so just stay in the shadows, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. I just need to clear that up. Thank you.
So, as you head up, as you start stopping them, from a rooftop about 4 buildings down from the Hunter's Haven, you hear a voice from above as you hear, "For Pugmire's liberation, that these dogs are plotting the death of royal guards." And you see a body flail down from the roof near the guard dogs and the royal, the Pugmire royal dogs. I need you to do a reflex saving throw, Vesper.
Is that dexterity?
Yep.
Okay. And is this going to be... It's just a reflex. It's not something with, balance or anything like that.
Correct. Unless you have a dexterity saving throw as a proficiency.
I do, but it only applies in certain circumstances. It wouldn't apply here, I don't think, which is why I asked.
Okay.
Okay, so I would roll 1d20 plus my dex.
Yep.
Bonus.
DC 12?
Oh, God.
Alright, so you take 13 damage as the body hits the ground and something on their person ignites and explodes with lightning, hitting several of the Pugmire guards as you hear the other voice from the roof calling, "The guards were there to kill you!" And the Korat guards draw their weapons and start turning on the Pugmire guards. When that happens, the retriever dogs come out of the alleyways and going, "The cats are turning on our own guards!"
Is there somebody who's clearly a leader of the cats delegation of the guards?
Yeah, there's a chief guard that you can see as he's having all of them form around them as they form kind of like almost a phalanx with shields and swords.
I'd like to try to get in between the cats and the dogs and try to, scream, "Stop, this is exactly what they want." And I'm going to scream for Tucker to come out and, Jesus Christ, somebody come help me.
Okay. Tucker, what do you do?
I'm coming out.
Okay. Who has the better charisma between you two?
Oh, I have no charisma, but I might try to intimidate them.
Okay, that might get the desired result, only temporarily.
Charisma +2, so...
That would probably be best for you, Liam. You can do a diplomacy check in attempts to cool things down, but that will only allow you to get more words in rather than, instant violence.
Okay, diplomacy check, so it would just be a...
Persuade? If you have Persuade as a skill, you may also do that.
Oh, hold on, let me double check if Persuade's my skill. Yes, I do, so...
It'd be +5.
+3, so...
Yeah, so it'd be a total of +5.
Give me a moment.
Alright, the cats keep their guard up, but they're like, as you hear the guard going, "Hold!" As the guards kind of stop and go, "Hold, hold, hold, we're not enemies here." You guys may now continue speaking to try and convince everyone to calm the fuck down, as the retrievers aren't sure what to do yet.
I'd like to focus my attention on the retrievers and tell them to get out of Dodge before shit hits the fan.
Okay. So you're going to try and intimidate them away?
Yes, so that would be a strength. So I would get, it's a +1 or a +2 if I have the skill. Is that right? Or
it'd be +3 because your proficiency went up.
Oh, that's right. So I would get a plus. You get your strength modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
Yep.
Okay. All right, I'm down with this. Ooh, not nearly as good as I was hoping for.
Oh. So, they kind of glare to shave off, but the rest are kind of there as the big one kind of growls back at you. "We're here to defend our country. We're not here for some sort of whisker-bound hoity-toity trying to scare us out of our own city." As you see crowds of dogs looking on in confusion. You do hear a kind of "yeah" from the crowd itself.
If you're here to protect your city, then stop trying to kill its citizens and stop trying to hurt its politics.
Those cats aren't our citizens, and they just attacked our guards. You see it there as there's the charred corpse and the several dead guards.
That's not because of the cats. That's because what your group has done.
That one said that the guards are going... That one there? No, that was someone for the cats. You heard what they said, as he calls out to the crowd.
Where are Tagbard, Bernard, and Sheen at this point? Are they coming up on the scene?
No, because they'd have to cross through the stone quarter. They have to go all the way around.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Tucker, do you want to try to persuade people? Because you're a lot better at that than I am.
Yeah, I'm thinking that, but did I actually see if the retrievers attacked too?
They just drew their weapons. Someone jumped off the building claiming that the guards were going to kill the Korat soldiers and essentially use some sort of relic.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure out how to exactly persuade them. Oh, and I need to roll too, don't I?
Well, I want to hear what you want to say first, and then you can roll.
Can I try to intimidate the main retriever again, trying to get him to allow the guards to do an investigation rather than take vigilante justice in his own paws?
You can certainly try.
Okay, that's basically what I would tell him. It's time to let the guards do their job and investigate this and do their job to protect Pugmire.
All right. As he goes, the guards can investigate, but I think the facts speak for themselves. Lead them.
Then let's
We're
let
going
the
to.
guards.
We're going to be in the streets, though, protecting them. As they kind of move back into their alleys.
Well, holy shit, that could have been bad. I'd like to approach the guard dogs and the cats now, and clearly with my weapon lowered, clearly not a threat. With Tucker to check in, I guess.
Okay, as the guards are kind of shaken as well for obvious reasons.
Can we also look at the body to see the relic? And if questioned, tell the guards, we're with the Royal Society. Relics are kind of our business.
You can certainly try and look it over. It looks like it was a one-time use relic. Looking it over.
Is there anything left of the relic, or is it just we just can't find it?
No, so it's like a sphere that's cracked open and it's now charred.
Okay. Well, I'll give it to what looks to be I guess, let me back up. Of the Pugmire guards that are still here, are any of them bulldogs?
Yes.
I would like to give it to one of the bulldogs, assuming that he works with Gregory Bulldog.
Okay. As he goes, thank you. We'll look into this right away.
I suggest we all get off the streets at this point and keep an ear open for people trying to stir the pot.
Yes, to say the least.
Tucker, I think we should go to the alleyways to see if the retrievers actually left, but I don't think we should go by ourselves. Let's go in a pair.
You're saying that we should go with other dogs, then, right?
Well, I mean, at least go together if we can, I think just you and I can go down and just make sure they've at least left the immediate area before we go find Bernard and Tagbard and Sheen.
Okay, so follow them for Tagbard and Sheen.
I'm sorry, you cut out. Can you repeat that?
Oh. So you're saying to follow them before recruiting Tagbard or Sheen, right?
I don't even necessarily want to follow them. I just want to walk past the alleyways that we hide in to make sure that they're no longer hiding out in that alleyway before we move on.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that then.
So that's what I think we should do. Move to the alleyways first, and then, assuming they're gone, start heading towards whatever prearranged meetup we have set.
Okay.
Okay.
So, with that, you start heading back as the retrievers are all heading back to the water wall or river wall district.
And we're making our way around the Palace District from the Stone District to the Plastic District to head towards Hunter's Haven.
All right, as you head there, you see several police dogs all around. You see a charred corpse and several dead Pugmire guards.
Ah, crap. Let me guess. It came from the roof.
Yes. How'd you know?
We knew this was... We told you
We
days
looked.
ago.
We looked at the roof. We went to the Hunter Haven. This was a private residence.
Aye, well, we knew that the retrievers were planning to attack from the roof, and I can tell you, is the body a cat? Is it obvious whether it's a cat or a dog?
You'll have to do a heal check to kind of parse out what's up. As you hear one of the guards, hey, isn't that one dog who claims everything's the retriever's fault? Looking around, it is a cat.
That's because it usually is, and I'll tell you something else. This cat It's either Stryker von Angora or Ralph von Wrex, who went missing a few days ago, kidnapped by, yes, the Retrievers.
How do you have any proof that the retrievers kidnapped him?
We have proof that they went missing, and we knew that the Retrievers were planning to attack from above and try to disrupt the envoys getting here, trying to do exactly what they did.
As you hear a Doberman behind you. Yeah, he's the one trying to stir up trouble against some citizens who have taken it upon themselves to protect Pugmire while the guards are stretched thin. We've heard about you before. Get out of here.
These citizens are trying to stir up trouble between the guard and House Korat's guard, clearly.
Yeah, these ones. I heard about this guy. Isn't he one who started some sort of cat group for cat sympathizers and things like that in the city? As you hear a couple of guards going, yeah, I think I did hear that. What's to say that he didn't go that he went missing, but instead went underground with his extremist friends, trying to make Pugmire part of the monarchies?
What?
Why not? Since we're all throwing around wild speculations.
You're hopeless. Hell, you probably wear blue when you're not wearing that uniform.
What did you say, you little punk? As one of the guards puts his hand on the Doberman.
You heard me. Ow.
I'll take you.
Unless there's anything else.
I should take you in.
For what, exactly?
I don't know. You went up to that body, tampering with an investigation.
Good luck with your investigation. If there's nothing else, I'm gonna try to actually be the welcoming sort for our allies.
All right, Sheen, because you are you proficient in heal?
Yes, I am.
You can make a glance without examining the body to determine something about it at the disadvantage if you so choose.
Or could I just examine it?
You can. It just seems that Doberman's gonna be all up in your grill given the current exchange.
Okay. So I'll just try at the disadvantage.
All right. Oof.
Seems like you might be barking up the wrong tree.
That's a 10.
So you are unable to glean anything from that body.
Okay. Oops.
It happens.
Well, I will head into the Hunter's Haven.
Okay. As you see the cats sitting there grumbling, as you see a couple dogs paying attention to them, seeing the clearly feeling a bit off regarding the retrievers, or I'm sorry, House Korat.
I'll go up to whoever seems to be in charge of House Korat and offer my hand. Say, welcome to Pugmire.
Quite the welcome. He does not take it.
Look, I want to apologize on behalf of all of the good dogs here. We knew something like this was coming, and we really, really tried to stop it. Just want you to know this was not the city guard. This was not the nobles. This is a couple of radicals who seem to want to upend this city and its values. So, again, on behalf of everyone, want to offer my sincerest apologies, and again, welcome.
We'll see. Thank you for the offer.
That would be a 25 on persuade / making friends.
He begrudgingly takes your hand and shakes.
Cool. I'm gonna give a pointed look around the rest of the tavern and then leave.
Okay. You do that. And so you leave, and you all head back to the old dog.
Well, I suppose that could have been worse.
I think we need to have a meeting with Yosha again very soon to address what happened, but also, what's the name of that dog you know in the guard? The one you guys trust? What's his name again?
Gregory Bulldog.
We need to talk with him, I think.
I practically handed that to him, but I suppose given we didn't find it, can't really blame them for not finding it either.
Well, it just seems like the guards did not do a very good job securing the rooftops, so it seems. And I'm wondering if there is insurrection within the guards.
Oh, of that I have no doubt.
I think this made it just a little bit more clear, and we need to talk it over, and perhaps we also need to pay a visit to Whiskers soon to thank him for his assistance, because it certainly could have been worse.
Aye, and his information was clearly accurate. What did you find out chasing those two up north, Bernard?
They were making notes for ways to potentially attack them on the way out. But I'm fairly certain they should... Well, we need to make sure they just can't get any information out for the next... How long are they staying here?
About 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Or just make sure the route's not the same.
Good thinking, because they still have one more cat body they can use.
You notice the door open, and a diminutive figure walks in. She pulls back the cloak, and she is a young pug that you clearly recognize.
Please, come
Yosha?
join us.
Yeah. Yosha comes up. I'd heard about the attack.
What brings you down here?
New information.
What information?
I don't know how to explain it, but I think the diplomats from Korat knew this attack was coming.
Really?
Seems reasonable.
I don't know if
it makes sense.
I don't know if their guards did though. Their but even before the diplomats started talking about how they were put off by the changing course, and then they practically insinuated that their guards would be attacked, though they seemed a bit surprised about the method of the attack.
Well, we sure weren't. All our information has panned out so far.
And you know, Sheen told me while we were at the docks that the Korat diplomat had, how did you describe it, Sheen, an odd reaction? Seemed very put out at the change of the routes, I guess, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he was surprised.
There's something more going on. The bigger picture we're not getting.
You think Korat is working with the retrievers in order to make things worse between the two cities?
Didn't we already say that Korat wants to prove their worth through, well, war?
You're not wrong, and it's concerning that this is the manner in which they choose to instigate conflict. It's just surprising. There's got to be more to it than just trying to prove themselves.
Well, Yosha, thank you for coming all the way out here in order to let us know.
Yeah,
Watch your back.
I'm worried about those Korat guards, though. If they didn't know, then they could actually think our guards were going to kill them.
Oh, I went in and spoke to them, and I made sure they knew who the true culprits were.
Thank man.
Now, you watch your back in there, and take care of yourself.
You as well.
Do you need an escort back to the palace?
I think I'll be fine, but thank you. You hear shouting from the streets. It seems the retrievers are using this now more than ever to increase their crier propaganda.
I guess we'll go out in the streets, especially if Yosha just went out there.
Okay. She's avoiding them. They're close towards the center of the district. where the most houses are.
What do you think, folks? Should we go see what they're shouting now?
Yeah, we can go check on it.
Let's do it.
As you're going out and you hear one going, I, for one, am tired. Tired of apologizing for being a dog of Pugmire. Tired of the fact that cats from across the forest can come here, attack our guards, and then label the retrievers the enemies.
Liar!
Oh, another apologist for the cats.
I'm gonna address the crowd rather than him. We have known about this for days. Long before the cats got here, the retrievers were planning this. We know who they kidnapped. We knew they were gonna attack from the roofs. They are the ones who killed our guards.
Do you hear this? More baseless accusations. They claim to have known, yet they have told none of you, didn't shout it from the mountaintops, simply decided to keep it to themselves because they want our guards killed. They want the cats to take over Pugmire. Did you know that cats don't even believe that man are gods? They are here to destroy your way of life and to simply bow down to these. Yep, I see it. Give me a sec. Oh, there. Propagandist.
Yeah, I was thinking it'd be a 19 plus 6.
Yep.
Oh, we told people, all right. We told the guards. We warned them that you were planning on sabotaging this diplomatic envoy.
As some people are kind of nodding, he goes, certainly, certainly. So you claim, yet here we are. You told some guards who apparently didn't do anything. Why is that? Is it because those guards want their fellows to be destroyed? The ones who are actually loyal to Pugmire?
Oh, they acted all right. They removed a couple of saboteurs from the top of the inn. Apparently they just didn't think to mistrust other dogs of Pugmire enough to search the rest of the roofs.
You may make another persuade check. So the crowd's about where it was when you got here, in terms of opinions. As he goes, please, brothers, sisters, we are here to defend you. This is Pugmire. Pugmire is for the dogs, and yet only dogs died today, except for one cat who thought it was worth his life to kill several of our guards.
Oh yeah, worth his life. We already know who those cats were. Like I said, they went missing before the others even got here.
So you claim, but how do we know? You're just some dog who accuses us at every corner. When the rats of Labotor released a bunch of fiendish demons upon our city, you claimed it was us. Though the back alley retrievers, because the back alley retrievers stood up, and we stood up and defended the people of the city from the unseen, while you threw baseless accusations, you filthy mongrel!
Did you even know that your leaders were working with the rats of Labotor?
Do you have any proof? Where is the proof? More baseless accusations as you start hearing the crowds going, yeah.
All of the accusations you've made against cats and rats are baseless too. Do you have evidence that they're the ones plotting and scheming the way
I have heard of a cat that threw himself off a building and used his weaponry to kill our own guards. That is more basis in fact than you have, sir.
That cat was thrown, and our friend heard the back alley retrievers plotting with the rats of Labotor when she was taken prisoner.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure she heard. She heard and she just told you, right?
No, we reported that to the guards too. It's too bad your poison has been infesting them as well.
It's not poison. It is patriotism. my friends. Do not listen to him. He is but a traitor to our people. All right. One more persuade check. As the crowd starts to turn on you, Tagbard. Yeah. He's right. Retrievers dealing with the rats of Laboratory, they don't know rats near this area. As you hear someone going, might be best. At least they don't let any cats here.
I speak for all of Pugmire's citizens.
Boo! There's just a shower of boos at you.
Fine. But war is coming, and these ones are going to be what started it. They will sacrifice any of you in order to gain power.
It's not about power. It's about the dogs. It's about our people. It is about our culture. Are you going to be part of Pugmire culture? Or will you go with the rest of the uncivilized world?
Pugmire is civilized precisely because it welcomes all.
And you hear the crowd just cheering the retriever as you start to see eyes all upon you. Yes, Thomas.
Fine. I'm done with you.
As you hear other criers throughout the streets, it looks like they prepared for this moment. Though, you do hear some of them you do hear one important thing, Tagbard, from the criers. Actually, everyone out there. That is, some of the criers can't get their facts straight. Some claim that they hit the guards with arrows, and others claim that they used oil and fire, and only a few, who seem to be the most well-spoken of the criers, are the ones who talk about the electrical strike.
What do you think? Should we go to those others and point out the fact that their facts aren't straight?
You're only going to give them more ammunition to use. I think at this point the battle is lost. We need to think about the war.
Fair.
And so you return, and as you go back to the old dog, Tagbard was certainly right. War is coming. We will see soon how that war will play out next time. Thank you to everyone who is listening. We will catch you next time in 2 weeks. Bye.